Well, hello, team. I am Fitz Kohler, your host and race announcer for the Donna National Marathon to Finish Breast Cancer. And race weekend is finally upon us. And I know so many of you feel the same way where you just look forward to it all year. I got my first dose of the Donna last year, and I'm declaring myself an addict. It's not only because it's a great running event and walking event and filled with athletic opportunities for adventure and fitness, but it's a total love fest. It's just love and energy and happiness and joy. And what a great gift for a race weekend based around a really mean disease. It's just such a blessing to so many of us. So I'm excited that you're going to be there. If you're not already registered, well, then go register ASAP. It's breastcancermarathon.com. I'm hoping I'm going to be corrected if I get that wrong. But there's still room. I think the full is sold out, but there's a waiting list. But we have a half marathon, we have a 5K, we have a 1 mile race, and it really is open to everybody and anybody. And I'm pretty sure Delta Airlines and American will take your money too if you'd like to fly into town. So we're going to have great live conversation. We've got all the big dogs from the Donna here to answer your questions and talk about race weekend. As my friends know, this is your opportunity to engage and say hello and ask your questions. So as race weekend comes close, you don't miss out on anything because you weren't informed and you didn't understand. So this is your night to get it all right. Hello, Chris, one of our great ambassadors and a really fun guy. So I'm going to bring them in order. We're starting with our race director, Amanda Napolitano.
Hello, Fitz, and hello, everybody.
Are you ready, Amanda?
I am ready. I'm so ready. Sweet 16. It's a big year. You know, you learn to drive.
Oh, that's right. I think you guys know how. I think you've been driving at least for a long time, but you got it down pat. I'm really, really pumped to be here again. Thank you for having me back.
Thank you. We're excited to up for all of it.
Yeah, and we've got Babs. Everybody loves Babs. Babs
Hi,
is our
Babs.
D Squad queen, and yeah, I can't wait to see Babs and give her lots of hugs. All right, next up we've got Chaz Runfola, our Senior Director of Development, our fundraising god. How are you, Chaz?
I am doing very well. I am also ready to drive with Sweet 16. So let's do it.
Let's do it. And I'm going to ask in just a little bit for you to give us fundraising updates because I know we've already had huge success, but there's an opportunity for people to pitch in still, correct?
Yes, can't wait.
All right. And next up, the queen, Donna Deegan herself, the woman who created this race and has inspired so many people to live better and do better. So Donna Deegan, welcome to the own show.
So good to see you again. I can't wait to hear you calling the finish. I tell you what, gave me chills last year watching you because, after I finish, which of course Fitz always makes you feel like you're the queen of the world when you finish, whoever you are, right? After I finish, I stand at the finish line and wait for everybody else to finish. And just watching Fitz call out those survivors and make them all feel so incredibly, awesomely, amazingly special is just wow. It's such an experience. So even if you're not going to run, you should come stand at the finish line.
That's right. Well, thank you for trusting me with them and giving me the opportunity to love on them so aggressively because I like doing it.
Well, you get it.
I sure do. So Donna, why don't you start us off? Let's pretend someone out there doesn't really understand the Donna, our races, and what it's all about. So share a little bit about your story, please.
Well, we didn't get to Sweet 16 overnight. That's for sure. This all started really out of you talked about a mean disease, out of a really awful diagnosis for me. I was only 38 years old and I was anchoring the news here in Jacksonville and had a small lump that I found through a self-breast exam. And went to the doctor and they did a mammogram and said, well, it doesn't look great, but we don't think it's anything. We'll do a biopsy. And long story short, it turned out to be a very aggressive form of breast cancer, which they immediately removed. It gave me that lovely, if anybody knows about chemotherapy, that lovely red devil chemotherapy that makes you feel like your world is coming to an end. And then I went on with my life, and 2 years later, it came right back. And I remember saying to my news director, I really don't want to talk about this on television again so soon. People have to be exhausted. They've been lovely to me, but maybe I should just start a blog. And he said, that's a great idea. That way you can connect with people. And if they want to talk to you, they can. If they don't have to. And that was really sort of divine intervention for me, because I started hearing from all sorts of women all over Jacksonville who were having to really, frankly, make awful choices between food and medicine while they were going through their own breast cancer journeys. So I decided after that second diagnosis that I would start the Donna Foundation to really make sure that people weren't having to make those awful choices. I thought, I've got this megaphone attached to my mouth. Why not use it? And of course, they say, marry your passions. And my passion, one of my passions was running, distance running in particular. And, the series of events that happened from there was just so magical. I ended up meeting Jeff Galloway at a river run expo, 1972 Olympian, amazing human being. And we had been running, little races here and there, selling T-shirts, trying to raise money for the foundation. And he said, hey, what if we train people to run a marathon to raise money for your wonderful foundation? And I said, that would be fantastic. How many would be successful? And Jeff said, well, if we had 10, it would be good. So I threw it out there on the air, and first year we had more than 80 people sign up, and we ran somebody else's marathon. Amanda helped to train everybody.
Wow.
And we raised over $100,000. And I thought, dang, that beats T-shirts. And we just all sort of had the bug. I started to do research and talked with my wonderful doctor, Edith Perez, and Jeff, and said, you know what, there's no marathon out there specific to breast cancer. And what if we start our own? So we got together with the Mayo Clinic, with our Beaches communities, with the Galloway program, where Amanda was a fabulous director and fired people up to run all the time, and still does. She's the best. She's not only the best director of the foundation, she's the best cheerleader in the entire world for our folks also who are out there doing this work for us.
Yes, she is.
That's how we started. And then Fitz, the few months before the inaugural year, I was diagnosed for round number 3. And because of my wonderful doctors and the encouragement of the people around me, actually was able to have a lung resection, more chemo, and I actually got to run the entire marathon that first year with the help of a whole lot of support and joy, as you put it, along the course line. And everything has been magical ever since. We've had years that have been cold and rainy and warm, and we've had COVID, and we've had everything else. And we have been able to help more than 17,500 families with their critical needs. We've had a $60 million economic impact on the city of Jacksonville. And we've raised several $1 million for breast cancer research. So it has been, and we've just, like you said, it's just this little hotbed of joy and love and survivorship and community magic. I don't know. It's just been amazing. So it's been 16 years that in a way seems like a lifetime, and in a way seems like it went by in a blink, and 20 years of the Donna Foundation this year. So we've really had a wonderful run. I hope you wanted all that information, because you got it.
Yes. And Donna, remind us, how long are you cancer-free now?
Well, it's crazy, Fitz, because that year that I was diagnosed right before the inaugural marathon was the last diagnosis, and I have been cancer-free. We're going on 16 years. Well, no, yeah, it's 16 years. It's 16 years now, because it was 2007 was the last time. Thank the Lord. I have been cancer-free ever since then, and running every year. So
it's incredible. You're such a role model, and as many people know, I had my turn with it, but once is really enough. Once is enough. But I use you as an example so often when people get diagnosed. I just say it's such a curable disease. You just got to find it early, And your story counts. Your story matters. And not only the fact that you were able to endure all that treatment and, that stress, et cetera, but that you made lemonade. You made lemonade out of your stupid breast cancer. So
Well,
thanks.
you know what the thing is, I think sometimes it is those things that God puts in your path that you would rather not have, that end up moving your life in such an amazing direction if you'll allow that to happen. And I think that, grace is a wonderful thing. I don't know why I survived and other people don't. And that's heartbreaking to me sometimes when I think about it. But I do know that what we do is moving us closer to a world without breast cancer. And that is something that means the world to me, with all of the mamas and the daughters and the sisters that we have all had to hug because they've lost somebody. We want to get there. And I believe that we can do that and make people healthier and more joyful at the same time.
Absolutely. Let's finish it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's do it.
So speaking of Chaz, our fundraising guru, tell us how fundraising has been going and what are the opportunities for this weekend?
Yes, thank you, Fitz. And Donna, always hearing your story, I've heard it several times, but hearing it this week is extra special because we're going into an exciting weekend with all of our runners, our donors, our supporters. And so far, our fundraising campaign for Donna Marathon Weekend, we just passed $205,000 raised just for this campaign alone. So I want to invite all of our friends and supporters. Let's get to 225,000 next. And let's try to do that over the course of the weekend. This is a big fundraising year for us, but also a fundraising week for us. And I want to give a little bit of light to one of the 17,000 families that we've helped. We got a quote from one of them, and one of them said, "The Donna Foundation is always there. No matter what the problem is, I thank you for listening to me, helping me when you can. Thank you all." And my extension to all means, to our supporters, our donors. We have more than 2,000 donors, Fitz, that are supporting this one campaign. And we're going to try to get to over 2,500 donors supporting this campaign. So I invite everybody to go to breastcancermarathon.com and donate or fundraise. If you don't feel like making a gift or you're not able to make a gift, you can certainly fundraise. There's no cost to that. And January 31st, tomorrow, is a big deadline for us. For those watching our incentives and getting close to raising $1,500, you get invited to VIP events. For those raising over $500, you get your raise refunded. So go online, check us out, and let us know if you have any questions along the way.
And so, Chaz, for the folks that are a little too shy to actually have a conversation and say, please donate money, they could just take a link off the homepage and share it on their Facebook or Instagram page and cross their fingers, right? They can go to sleep tonight and maybe wake up tomorrow with some donations in their bag.
They can do that, or they can let me ask whoever, because I'm not afraid to get out there and help the families in need. Everyone plays a role, but yes, they can certainly share a link and make an impact. Whether it's $5 or $5,000, you're a donor to us, and we appreciate the help, just like the family quote that I shared earlier.
Yeah, and when I was going through chemo, I remember my nurse pointing to an empty chair next to me and say, that patient isn't here because that patient couldn't afford gas. And so that really stung. So for the folks out there thinking, well, $15 isn't going to make a big difference. $15 will pay to get someone to and from chemo for an entire week. So all the small amounts count, right?
Every dollar.
Every dollar. So I was told that Miss Donna and Mr. Chaz have some very important work that they have to do this evening. Is that correct? Are we going to lose you?
You're going to lose us.
We have a few things to do this week, just a few. So, but we wanted to make sure we were here and tell everybody how much we appreciate not only you, but everything that they do to support us. We're so excited to have everybody here, and we hope those of you who are watching that haven't gotten involved yet will either come and cheer with us or will be a part of this. We have a 1 mile fun run. We have a 5K. We have a half marathon. I know, Fitz, you said the marathon is full at the moment, but you can still sign up for the waiting list. You don't want to miss this weekend, especially if you need your tank filled up with a little bit of love and happiness. We will get you doped up on joy, Fitz. We will
That's
get
right.
you doped up on joy.
Doped up. That's our goal. So just FYI, Donna's at every race, at the start, at the finish, and she's super sweet. So go introduce yourself. Don't be afraid of the Donna. You're the only
Get a hug. Come get a hug at the finish line.
Give her a hug. Chaz is out there too, and he's an extremely huggable young man, correct?
I'll take hugs as well.
All right. All right. I'm kicking you both out. Get on with it. Go
Thank you,
All
guys.
right. Love to all.
Love you both.
Love you.
Bye.
All right. So Amanda,
Hey, Fitz.
you're on the spot now. Me and you. We got to talk about race stuff, right?
That's right. We're gonna put our hair back. Right. We're gonna get the ponytail. Make it tight. Make it tight. It's go time. All right. Come on. Bring it.
You know what?
What is that?
My llama. It's my no drama.
Hi, Mama Llama.
I love this llama. This was a Christmas gift I asked for and I received. So, anyways, let's talk about the race weekend. So, folks, this is going to be your chance to ask all the questions. I'm going to try to steer this woman in order of race weekend events so we can start at the start, which I believe our first event is Friday morning, the Shakeout Run.
Yes, we okay, show of hands, let's hear some noise out there for those of you that are joining destination marathons this year to come to the event, right? Super thrilled to be partnered with Mark and Jeff and his amazing team with Destination Marathons, who are bringing lots of folks in from all over the place. And they are a host along with our D Squad, which I know Babs, our president of the D Squad, there she is. Babs is on the line tonight. But our D Squad and Destination Marathons, we do a shakeout run. But y'all, this is where you go and run beach streets with Donna, with Jeff Galloway, America's coach, right? With Joan Benoit Samuelson, Olympian, amazing, first ever female, champion of the marathon in the 1984 Olympics, and just beautiful person inside and out. Lindsay Hine, podcast, I'll have another superstar. You will be there. I will be there. But what a great just chance just to be casual with one another, get to know one another, get a little shake, get all the cobwebs out, and we'll do that from Cup of Job.
Okay, now the purpose of a shakeout run is to run as far and as fast as you can, right? It's really
yes, of course. It is an ultra marathon that is completely intense, and we all do it at a sub 7-minute mile. Yes,
yeah. So it's free to participate in.
Yes.
Anybody, if you're in the nearby area, and you're registered, you're going to take part in our weekend. Come on out and you can run, but you can also walk. You can also just kind of loiter on the corner too. So there will be a variety of options.
Or, just hang out at the coffee shop and have a cup of coffee, whatever you want to do. It officially kicks us off. And the coffee shop is located in the same footprint of Sunday's marathon event. So right at Seawalk Pavilion, Latham Plaza in Jacksonville Beach, Cup of Job is right on the square there. Okay. So if you know where you're coming on Sunday, you know where you're coming for the shakeout run. And especially those of you that are staying in the nearby hotels, easy walk across the quad to meet us, and we'll shake the cobwebs out together.
Yeah, very fun. This is something you shouldn't miss out on. If you're not working and you can be there. And this is Becky.
Hi, Becky.
Becky has had, and I don't think she mind telling me telling everybody, because I announced it from the microphone last year. Becky has had a full double mastectomy, and she is killing it with running and embracing her health, and life is good post breast cancer for Becky. So we're so happy you're coming back, and she's going to run the half live. So yeah.
Love it. Love it. Becky's from my hometown. She's a Macon, Georgia girl.
Oh,
hey girl.
Hey girl. We have family reunion for Christine.
Oh, I love it.
Is it Clége? I'm going to say like a French person. Clége.
It
might be Clége. Okay, so we've got the shakeout on Friday morning. And then what time does the expo start? Where is the expo?
Yes. So we're doing the shakeout run at 8:00 at the beach. And then we got to switch our hats.
Oh my gosh.
Because then.
Bring my hand. Oh, that's right.
Yes. do the Duval and do it properly without like getting all of our eardrums popped out. But we're super stoked to extend really our partnership with the Jacksonville Jaguars. We have been partnered together, the foundation and the Jags for many, many years. And this year they've truly upped the ante and are welcoming us as our host for the Donna Health and Wellness Expo presented by the Jacksonville Jaguars. It is going to be held in the Dreamfinders Homes Flex Field. So the practice field where this amazing team that started out like in the very back, right? And ended up, making it nearly almost to the big show, right?
Yeah.
And so proud of them. And so they're hosting us with our 2-day health and wellness expo in the flex field. So imagine an expo on a football field. It's covered, it's a facility, right? We're not going to be outdoors, but I am so excited. So in addition to your typical layout of an expo where you're coming in, you're visiting with the Donna Foundation and with all of our partners and vendors and sponsors and shopping and doing your thing, picking up your packet and getting your Donna merchandise. We'll also have all of these fun interactive inflatables from the Jags. So, right. So kind of like your party zones that you go to when you go to an NFL game, and they have all the fun things that you throw the football into the inflatable this and the slide this, that all of that will be set up for us to play on, which is super fun.
Is there any chance some meaty football players will be roaming around? Is that amazing?
We might see a meaty football player, but we will for sure see the Roar, and we will for sure get some time with Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Lots of opportunity there. So fun. Yeah. Basically bring your whole family.
That's right. And, I'm also super excited to share with everybody that we'll be offering free mammograms on Friday and Saturday of our Health and Wellness Expo. Baptist MD Anderson is coming out with the Buddy Bus. So the bus will be there with a mobile mammography unit inside. Wow. So, it's kind of like when you go to the grocery store and you pull your number for the deli counter. When you come in, sign up to get your mammogram, pull your number, come in, shop, get your bag, get your, your stuff. And then it'll be your turn to do your squishing, because we all need to be checking our stuff.
Absolutely.
Right.
No, phenomenal. For anyone out there who's like, I'm afraid and it hurts, it doesn't hurt.
No, it doesn't hurt.
Slightly uncomfortable, slightly embarrassing if you're a prude or a modest person, but it's fine. Just get it done. It's not a big deal.
Get it done. So if you've been procrastinating this task, I'm going to put it on the top of your to-do list for this weekend.
Yeah, or not wanting to pay for it. Having it free is a really big deal. That's fantastic. Well done.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
That's what we do. And a little bit of programming note as we all prepare to come to TIA Bank Field to participate. There is a bag policy like you're going to a football game, right? So don't bring your giant mom bag unless it's a diaper bag, because diaper bags are allowed. But there's bag policies on our website that you can go and check out. And your race bag this year, your Donna bag this year, will actually be a cool, clear tote with our Donna Foundation logo on it that you can take to the rest of your football games for the rest of the year and into next year and the next and the next.
Very clever. That's really, that's a good thing to note. And then if you have one of those little, everyone's got the Lululemon crossover bag, that's fine.
Totally fine. Yep.
A wallet on your chest.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I know. How trendy am I that I said, the Lululemon crossover bag?
The little, the fanny packs are back, Fitz. How did the fanny packs come back?
No, so I just got back from England. I have to tell everybody, because I don't know if everybody knows. In America, your fanny is your tush.
Yes.
In the UK, your fanny is your front. And so, did you know that?
I think I did. I just had not thought of it or remembered it in a long time.
Yeah, so when we reference fanny packs, they're all very like, why do those need a pack for it? I've got lots of useless information to share. Let's keep going. So the expo, Friday, what time does it start and finish?
We open at 10 a.m. and we close at 6 p.m.
All right. And folks, there is parking galore. You're actually parking at a massive professional football stadium. So just pull right up.
Mhm.
And do they need to attend this on Friday if they're going to run the 5K or 1 mile? Or is there an opportunity to pick up their stuff on Saturday morning?
There is. On Saturday morning, the expo packet pickup only will open at 6:30 a.m., giving those of you that just want to come out on Saturday for the 5K and the Donna Dash, we'll be ready for you at 6:30 to come pick up your packets. And then the rest of the show opens at 8.
That's the expo.
That's the expo, yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So let's kick in on Saturday morning. So bid pickup at 6:30.
Bid pickup at 6:30, and then the first group that I need everybody to be in the stadium, inside the bowl, we're going to give them the biggest Donna send-off, are our ultra athletes. These are the athletes. They start at 7:30 a.m. So you need to be there early anyway, because the 5K starts at 8. We'll talk about that in a minute. But our ultra athletes who are running 110 miles to finish breast cancer over the course of Saturday and Sunday, we need to send them off with all kinds of love. There are 7 athletes participating, one of whom is a breast cancer survivor who's about a year out from her treatment.
Who's that?
So we're going to just love on her all the day long.
What's her name?
Super excited about that. Oh my gosh, you just asked me a name, and so it's going to drop from my brain because that's how my brain works with names.
Sorry. Yeah.
But I know you met her last year. But she's a good friend of Eden Kendall, and oh my gosh, her name just completely escaped my brain. If anybody knows it out there, please post it.
So a year out of her cancer, and she's running 110 miles,
an ultra marathon. How special is that, right? I'm so honored. I'm so honored that she would choose to do that. And she ran the marathon last year, and we celebrated the crud out of her.
You know, this is the way you stick your thumb in the eye of cancer. You go, oh, really? Take that. I'm better than you. And off I go to run my races. 100 miles. Good for her. And is Paige Douglas registered?
I don't know, but I could check.
Okay. She's going through chemo, and she's running the heck out of all sorts of races. And she was very much wanting to run this ultra. So anyways, that's neither here nor there, but we also may have an active cancer patient running the 110-mile ultra this week.
Wow. That would be amazing. That would be amazing.
She'll probably win it too. She's an incredible runner.
Gosh. So we'll send them off, right? And you know, from the 50-yard line, you know, inside the bowl of TIAA Bank Field, we'll be on the sidelines. And so we'll cheer off our ultra athletes, and they'll go on their journey. They've got to run all the way back out to the beach, and then they will be doing loops in Atlantic Beach all evening. So if you're listening in and you live at the beaches and you live in the Atlantic Beach area, please check out our website and look at their course, so you can go out and give them some love through the evening, because they literally will be running all night long. And then they'll be joining the rest of us on Sunday to run the marathon, the 26.2 miles. Yeah. Including our defending champion who won the event last year. She'll be back to defend her title.
She's a monster. What's her name?
Again, you asked me a name, and it completely escapes my mind, because that's how my brain works. Y'all, I'm serious. It is a character flaw. I think everyone should wear a name tag at all times, because it just, whenever I'm asked, what's that person's name? It just goes poof. It's gone. It goes away. Like, where'd it go? I don't know.
Dawn, thank you.
Yes, thank you. Of course it is. Dawn Lisenby. See, once I get reminded, I'm good.
Yeah, it's hard. I shouldn't put you on the spot, but I do.
Well, no, it's funny. I mean, my best friend growing up my whole life, her name is Alexis. And I mean, she will tell you a story of when we were kids and sitting in the backseat of my mother's car. She was taking us somewhere, and I forgot her name, like right there in the car. I'm like, are we taking, what's her name home?
That's nice.
And I've been harassed my whole life about it. So.
Okay, Amanda. So we're back on track. Everybody, our 5K begins and ends on the Jaguar field. This is the real football field, right?
Yes, not the practice facility where we'll have the expo, but the actual field, the bowl, the big giant stadium bowl, which means that we've got all of the jumbotrons all active. So smile, because you're going to see yourself cross the finish line through on the big jumbotron. I'm so excited.
Do we have spots available left in the 5K if anyone wants to register? If they're telling their husband, for example, like, honey, you want to go be an athlete on Jaguar Field?
Yes, plenty of availability for the 5K. It is open right now, breastcancermarathon.com.
Okay. That's awesome. This is going to be so much fun. I'm very much looking forward to it. And again, if some meaty football players come out on the field, that'll be okay. So I'm going to start calling them all. I'm going to find some. We should all actually harass the Jaguar athletes on Instagram. I'm sure they're checking their messages. So please just start pelting them with messages.
Aren't you coming? Aren't you coming?
Please come join us.
Aren't you coming?
Celebrate us. We celebrate you on this field. So yeah, it's nice to give.
I did get commitment on a conference call a few weeks ago that if they had made it to the Super Bowl, that we would have gotten the trophy for all of us to hold and take pictures with. Okay. So for next year, I mean, because it would happen like the week after Donna Marathon weekend, right? So, we're gonna cheer for them to go all the way to the big game next year, and again, so that we can have the trophy. Take some selfies with it. That'd be fun.
You do it just for us.
100%.
For no other reason. Okay, so you park at the stadium Saturday morning, and then you check the ultra folks, and then you get down onto the sideline of the stadium where I will be waiting for you with my big cowbell and some happy music. We will have a lot of fun. Now, my guidance for anyone participating is show up early. If the race starts at 8 o'clock, which it does, correct?
It does. Yes, it does.
At 8, do not show up at 7:53 to the stadium. Come be a part of us, because you could go walk around 5K distance any day for free anywhere. You register so you can be a part of our experience. So get your tush there and come on down, and we will have a good time. And if you are one of our breast cancer patients or survivors, know that you will be called upon and you will be celebrated. And I want to know your name. Come introduce yourself to me. I would love to make a royal stink over 100% of our athletes. It's a real privilege, and I know what you've been through, and I know it's not fun. And this will be your party, your celebration just for you. And I mean that for each and every one of you, right, Amanda?
That's right. That's right. We're a celebration of survivorship. We're all about lifting one another in love and reminding ourselves that there's things to look forward to, right? We can get up and choose to be fearful and grumpy, or we can choose to wake up and do fun things and know that there's a lot of love in the world. So you will walk away all doped up, like Donna told us. We're going to be doped up on joy.
You know what? That's going to be like the tagline. Get doped up.
Hashtag doped up at the Donna. Oh, wow.
Yeah, but don't be shy. If I say, you come over here, because I've seen that survivor bib on you, don't hide, because I will run and chase you down. And that's like a lot of effort. So please help me out, right? So you leave the stadium, you go run.
Yep, you will leave the stadium and run into downtown Jacksonville. So run down Bay Street and get almost to the Main Street Bridge, and you will turn around and come back and then do a fun sort of loop around the interior of the stadium. You will not have to run any kind of embankments or up the stairs. We're not going to make you do, whatever those horrific things are where you have to like run up and down stairs of stadiums. No, we're going to run around the lower bowl, and then you'll enter from kind of the opposite side of when you came in. So you have this grand finish line across, the 50-yard line sidelines with your hands raised, and you're going to be losing your mind with all the cowbells and hugging all the survivors, and you're going to capture all of that in the jumbotrons.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
This is not your race to come through looking at your watch. We require 100% celebration. Everybody hands up high, big smiles.
Hands up.
Don't blow that opportunity. Don't blow it. It's big time. To be able to finish in a NFL stadium on the Jumbotron is a big deal. So
so that's the FIS Donna 5K presented by Equitable Advisors. Super awesome partners that allow us to put that on. So
fantastic.
Yeah.
And you can run really fast. You can walk really slow. We don't care. We're going to welcome you whenever you show up. We'll be happy to have you back. So it's your race, your pace. Just take your time and have a good time.
That's right.
Amanda, what time does the Donna Dash begin? The 1 mile?
Yes. So the Donna Dash, which is perfect for families, or, I have a lot of just groups of people that just want to come together and walk a mile together. We started this Donna Mile a Day challenge back in October that encouraged everybody just to get out and move their bodies for a mile every day in hopes that you could collect 110 miles and earn one of those ultra medals, just like our ultra athletes do, only they do it in 2 days.
Right.
And we have tracked over 18,000 miles so far. And I'm so excited about what that really means, right? That means that so many people have gotten out there and started moving their bodies. So we have a good number of people that are going to do their last mile of that challenge with us at the Donna Dash. But also it's when all the kids come out and they're so darn cute. And so yes, that will start at, you asked me what time it started and I went off on these other things, but it starts at 9:30.
Okay.
So plenty of time to get our 5K folks back and hang out and cheer on the kids when you get done.
Yeah. And a lot of people will do both races. So feel free to do the 5K and the Donna Dash and you get a second medal.
That's right. And the Donna Dash medal. So we designed the Donna Dash medal in particular with kids in mind who want to go to school on Monday and brag about their big finish. So the medal is a little clip. It's like a backpack pendant. You know what I mean? Like a little charm that you put on your backpack. I mean, it's a nice little size, but it comes off of the lanyard so that you can attach it to your backpack. It's like a zipper pull. That's the proper term I was looking for. A zipper pull. Yeah. And it says Donna Dash. Very cute.
Uptown. And some of our people really love running in, but I'd say a better percentage of them really just like earning bling. So extra. And you can do the 5K and the 1 mile and a half and a full, whatever you choose. But yeah, why not show up and do 3 races and the ultra? So
and you are going to have so much fun with Jackson. Do you know who I'm talking about? The Jaguars mascot?
I do not.
Oh, honey.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are going to have some fun.
I'm looking forward to it. I love mascots in general. You can sign me up. Mascots, llamas, all the llamas. Can you do the Donna Dash virtually?
Oh, that is an excellent question. Way to stump me, Turner. I know that just about all of our events have a virtual option, but I'm not sure the Dash does. But you know what? We'll get one for Bear. We could do that. People. I'm having to look it up. No, I mean, I don't think so. No. Bear needs to do the virtual. Whoa, I lost you. Where'd you go? Fitz, you're muted, honey.
You know what? I had a tickle in my throat, so I coughed and I muted myself. And I've been just rambling on like that, rambling on muted. So I was going to say, let's pick it up and get through the 5K or get Saturday quickly because we've got a lot to talk about on Sunday.
Yes.
After the race, it's back to the expo. Expo what is the time frame for the expo on Saturday?
So the expo on Saturday is open at 8. Again, it opens at 6:30 for packet pickup for our Saturday races. And it closes at 2.
8 to 2. Okay, a short time.
Yep.
There's meet and greets. So I know I'll be there meeting folks and signing books at noon along with Melissa O'Neill.
Yes.
When will Donna be there? When will Jeff Galloway be there?
Yep. So Donna will be there for most of the day on what? I'm looking at the wrong thing. Donna will be there, yes, at most of the day on Friday. So she'll be there starting at 11 and will be there until 2 o'clock. She will have her books out. She will be meeting and greeting. And we've got a selfie station, so we can do selfie stations. And then to your point, you will be there on Saturday with Melissa O'Neill, who's another author and D Squad member. Yeah. So you guys are going to be doing some book signings from noon until 2, right?
Yes.
Is that what we decided?
Correct.
And then Jeff has his own space, really, his own booth. So when he is not needed elsewhere, that is where you will find Jeff, because I do believe that is one of his favorite things to do.
Oh, and he and Barb are so great.
Aren't they great?
Chat with everybody. I love Barb. Barb, I would like to just take home with me. That's what I want. What about Joni?
And Joan Benoit Samuelson is going to be with us, and she'll be running the 5K with us and the half marathon. And so after we wrap up the 5K, she will be in the expo for a little meet and greet and some selfie work as well. So count on Joni to be in the expo on Saturday, starting around 10.
So, folks, if you come Saturday afternoon, 11:12, if you come at noon, you're basically going to get all of us. It's going to be meet and greet palooza at noon on Saturday at the expo. The other thing I'd like to mention, and you did bring up destination marathons at the beginning of the show. But there's still an opportunity, guys. If you would like to be even more involved, go to destinationmarathons.com on Friday. There's a luncheon with a panel I'm hosting. We'll have Dr. Donna Salem, Jeff Galloway, Joan Benoit, and the topic is overcoming adversity. And there's a lot of it and a lot of overcoming, and it's going to be a great discussion. I believe that's at the Surfer Bar. So it's a small fee. You can have lunch, hear the conversation. Shortly after, there's 4 workshops. So you want to become a better, more educated, informed runner and athlete. I'm teaching strength training for runners and a Your Healthy Cancer Comeback workshop. I believe we have a nutritionist speaking, physical therapist speaking as well. So destinationmarathons.com, and you can really spend your whole weekend with all of us doing things. They also have a Saturday night event you can register for. So I would like to make sure everybody knows that's an opportunity, because why not?
Why not? And Saturday night, it's your pasta dinner, right? You got to have a good meal before we kick up some national marathons to finish breast cancer on Sunday. And there will be a really amazing silent auction at that dinner for the Donna Foundation. So I will be there. Donna will be there. And so destinationmarathons.com for those tickets. They're also linked in our schedule of events if you need to try to find them.
Yeah. So it's, it's one thing to come out and just race, and we celebrate that. We want you to come. But if you want to do all the extra stuff, because you're in town anyways, you might as well get involved. Okay. So after the event Saturday night, you go straight to bed.
That's right.
You go straight to bed. No passing go, no collecting 200, because we have a big morning on Sunday. So
we do.
Do we have bag check on Sunday?
You do, yes. So Athletes Village, presented by the Jacksonville Jaguars, opens at 6, and bag check will be there. We'll have some coffee and some nibbles, so plenty of portalettes, plenty of spaces to chill and really celebrate with us, because we start pumping things up pretty quickly on Sunday morning. If you are traveling in and you're not a resident of the beach or staying in the beaches hotels that are right there, very, very, very much encourage you to take advantage of our shuttles this year. They will be running all day long, starting at 5 a.m. from the University of North Florida, Lot 18. So park there. That's a big, giant parking lot for everybody. And then we'll shuttle you straight down Beach Boulevard to the race. So this is not a situation where the bus has to make 45,000 turns and gets lost and it's a nightmare. No, literally a straight shot down Beach Boulevard drops you at the beach. Where that road ends is where they will drop you off. And then they'll head back to the parking lot and running people all day long.
And folks, keep in mind that the website is filled with all of this information. Basically, everything we've spoken about, except for my llama, is all on the website. This woman right here, that woman, she is not likely to sleep between now and next Monday. So if you think, oh, where does the bus pick up? Where does the shuttle pick up? When is this? Don't email her. That's usually what happens with race weekends. And I can say this because I bounce from race to race all the year. And my poor race directors are usually that week, they're drowning in emails when they've already provided all the information on the website. And really, you have a lot of other things to do. You have a lot to tend to. So we're giving out specific information. This show will be available on replay. You can just watch it over and over and over. But if you go to the website, I assure you, you will find out the parking information and the shuttle information and the start times and the bag check and all this stuff. So I've said my piece. So
Thank you.
Of course. What time do we kick off? What's our race? When do I yell go?
You yell go for our adaptive athletes at 7:27 a.m.
Okay.
7:28 a.m. somewhere around there.
Do we have people registered to race in chairs?
Absolutely. We have our push rim, and we have our hand crank. It's vocabulary. It's been a long week already. And we also have a handful of athletes that are being pushed. Ansley's Angels is coming out, and we just love this team. So they'll get started a few minutes ahead of the rest of the field to give them a chance to get going. And then we officially start wave 1 at 7:30 a.m.
7:30. So another reminder, come early. We are going to be having a lovely time on Sunday morning. You'll hear from Donna and Jeff and Joan, myself, and we want to get to know you. I mean, the reality is you are the stars of the show. I'm a servant there to take care of you. Donna and Jeff and Joan, their whole reason for being there is just to make sure you guys have a wonderful experience. So come early and be a part of this wonderful experience. Because again, you could go run any day for free anywhere, no big whoop, but we're providing a real big whoop, right, Amanda?
That's right. There's so much whoop.
There's so much whoop. We're getting doped up and we got whoops and everything. So come early and don't stress out. You know, it's interesting. Sometimes I'll use LA Marathon, for example, because that's one of those never ending start lines. So I yell go. And then for 20 minutes, people keep crossing the start. It just keeps going. And then when everybody's gone, there's some person that comes running up after trying to get their bib off, trying to like, where were you? We were all here for so long. So don't be that guy. Come on down, right?
That's right. That guy or that gal this year that will start at the very, very, very last. Have you heard this?
I don't know.
Okay, so Megan Murray, Megan Newberger, right? She is our 6-time marathon champion.
Incredible.
Of our event, right? She is going to be a charity chaser this year. Oh. So she will start at the very dead last. Thank you, Chris Turner, for the idea. And thanks to our amazing new partnership with Puma.
Yes, awesome.
I know, woohoo!
Right.
For every person that she passes, Puma will donate $1 to the Donna Foundation. So Megan's,
no pressure, Megan.
No pressure, Megan. And what I'm giggling at is that, we do have wave starts. To your point, it does take a long time to get everybody across the start, right? And especially when we're having some fun with all the waves, right? We're going to hold everybody and do some music and do some dancing and do some whoops and some dopes.
That's right.
The joy, right? And then there's going to be Megan, and she's got to pass everybody.
That's awesome. What an awesome person she is.
She is. She's amazing. We're so appreciative that she's doing that for us this year. She'll be decked out in all her Puma gear. So give her all the love and encouragement as she passes you, and move out of her way, because I want her to pass lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of people.
That's right. Bring them on. All right. We've got a great question from Eric Carpenter. Mm-hmm. Will bags be provided, or do they have to bring their own?
Excellent question. You can bring your own bag and just tag your bib tag to it so that we know who it belongs to. And my daughter is actually the lead volunteer of the bag check this year. Awesome. So my family will personally take care of your stuff until you get back.
I love that. Yeah, big bag check is a big deal. And if you're unfamiliar with bag check, if you're a new to racing, it's an opportunity for you to just stash your stuff while you go run, your car keys, your clothes, an extra pair of shoes, whatever. I mean, whether you're going to be sweaty or soggy, who knows what the weather will do, but bring something to wear when you're done racing, because once you cross the finish line, we want you to stick around. We don't want you to just collect your medal and leave. We want you to stay there. We have a lot of fun. It's wonderful to be able to support the other athletes. And of course, with our athletes, every 30 seconds, there's another breast cancer survivor that comes in and says, yeah, I'm 12 years out, or I just had my 3rd round of chemo. And it's just devastatingly awesome every single time. So we don't want to miss out on this finish line. So pre-race, we've got porta potties, which everybody loves the porta potty.
Plenty of porta potties all lined up the side of the athletes village. There's going to be a plenty of them.
And then is there water available, or should people bring water pre-race?
No, we've got water available. We've Gatorade available. There will be some coffee and some little nibbles for breakfast. I always encourage everybody to eat what you eat, right? Don't try to do anything different in the mornings, but we'll have some little bites out for everybody before we get started. And yeah.
And then also, we would like people to know that if you come wearing pink, we're not going to be cranky with you. We're just going to be A-okay if you want to look like,
pink.
Yeah, just pink nightmare we want to be, right?
A pink sea. Let's
go.
Illuminate the morning skies of our beaches with a pink hue.
Yeah, why not? It's a nice little trend. And if you like to wear tutus and you like to wear sparkly things, that's A-okay. We appreciate that. It's a lot. Oh, and then Pat Keegan. We love our male breast cancer survivor who showed Mr. Keegan. Thank you. You're always a great role model and a good example that men should squeeze their stuff as well and report any weird things that they find, because men can get breast cancer. Thankfully.
And they will be in the expo with us on Friday and Saturday. So guys, if you have any questions about really guys can get breast cancer, go and talk to Pat and Jim. They would be happy to chat with you about it. I just had a great conversation with a guy, breast cancer survivor, at a radio interview that I did on Friday. And, he found it, just knowing his body, right? He was like, well, that's weird. That's unusual. And, I think an important thing for men to understand is that very often you as a guy, your doctor may even sort of say, yeah, you're good. Yeah. And don't do that. Definitely push the issue, because it very well could be something that you need to take care of.
Absolutely. Yeah. We love Jim, and thank you, Pat, for always coming with him. All right. So I'm going to yell go at 7:30. We have it's just 2 corrals, correct?
Well, there is a seated corral. So if you're planning to run the event in a sub 8-minute mile, if you pre-registered with us, you will have a special bib that will get you in sort of a seated corral where only people that have a certain type of bib, it has a yellow flood behind it, will be allowed in that area. The super fasties. And if you registered late, that's cool too. Just, I will advise you when you come into packet pickup to get your material, check in with runner relations and let them know that you're a sub 8-minute mile marathoner or half marathoner, so that we can assign you the proper bib. Because the volunteers are not going to necessarily know when you walk up to the table, hey, you're super speedy, here's your bib. I mean, that's just not something you ask every single person as they walk up. So if you need to be seated and go first, check in with us at runner relations, and we'll make sure that you have the ability to do that. And then from there, I expect we'll have about 3 waves.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And listen to the instructions the morning of, we'll tell you when to head out into the start area. Those of you that are going to be doing more walking than running, we may have you hang out in Runner's Village until we can get some of the waves going. And I wanted to mention this. This is cool. So this year we're doing a double loop of the marathon. So the marathon will go out and loop the half course again, right? So this design, I mean, so many people are so excited about it. In fact, our marathon is sold out, and I think that's by and large probably why. But what this also does that I'm super excited about is it turns the half marathon into a 7-hour time limit instead of a 4 or 5 hour time limit, right? So I have a lot of people asking me about the relay, and it is an event that we plan to bring back. It's just we needed to get our bus systems back going. We're, just getting everything back in the groove, right? So we definitely will bring that event back. But with the half marathon being open for 7 hours, you could totally walk that. We walk that when we go, out for a day of errands and everything else. You'd be surprised how many miles you actually walk in just a normal day.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Oh, that's great. Yeah, that cutoff time people get so fearful of. So, all right. So I'll go and go and go and go and go a few times. Everybody leaves.
Yep.
And once they head out on the course, how often will they see a water station?
Water stations are really no more than 2 miles apart. So we try to put them at the every miles, but sometimes logistically it doesn't quite work out that way. So plenty of water stations. There are also many, many fuel stations out on the course, and there you will find Huma gels, HUMA gels, and water stations will have Gatorade as well. So I know I can't do that. I can't do that.
I know
Can't do that. But and the medical stations will also be out there. And there's a map on our website if you'd like to know exactly where all of the various fuel and aid stations and medical stations are. It's there for you to look at. None of that.
And there's a few questions that are redundant on my screen right now, folks. If you're looking, yes, the buses are here. You can take a shuttle. If you're looking for expo start times, it's at the beginning of the show. You can hit replay. You can also just look on the website. So I'm not going to drag Amanda back through all the things we've already covered. But yes, on buses, yes, there's a schedule available.
Yeah. And I did also want to mention that there is a designated participant drop-off and pickup and rideshare spot. And it's located on Pablo Avenue, which is sort of across the street from 3rd Street. So it's on our website. Go check out exactly where it is, because that's where the police officers will be orchestrating where you can be dropped off and then get you safely across the street into where the run will be.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So we've got, and then are there porta potties out on the course by our water stations?
Oh, yes. 100%. Okay. Yes. Never fear, a porta potty is near.
Always. That's important stuff. So
yes,
we're sending people out for a beautiful, fun-filled, entertaining run through Jacksonville Beach, which from what I hear, the neighbors are extraordinary. I've not been able to experience that, but all the feedback I get is that the neighbors are over the top, lovely, and so happy that we're all out there.
We have Jacksonville Beach, Neptune Beach, and Atlantic Beach. And then Atlantic Beach, Neptune Beach, and Jacksonville Beach. And then Jacksonville Beach and Neptune Beach and Atlantic Beach, and then Neptune Beach and Jacksonville Beach. No, really, our beaches are second to none. And the community and neighborhoods get so excited. They decorate. There's a street that's called Flock Cancer, and there's flamingos everywhere, and they bring music and bands and all sorts of things. And Ocean Boulevard puts up, balloon arches, and I just cannot thank our community enough. They truly have made this event so much fun for everybody. It lifts my heart. And I think, when you sit around, if you ever want to feel good, watch a marathon go down. Yeah. It's so much fun to watch everybody. And it's like a parade.
The best kind. And what I love is that, and this is for any race I announce, maybe like 5% of the runners look like the typical runner, and everybody else looks like anybody else, usually anybody you'd see at Walmart at 3 a.m. And watching this go down makes you think like, well, shoot, I guess I can do it too. Or if they're doing a marathon, well, certainly I can do a 5K. So it's really good for your personal, your health and your confidence. You all of a sudden you start having that argument in your mind where you said, I can't do a 5K. It's the I can'ts kill me. And then we watch people do marathons with no legs, and you go, okay, well, maybe I can do a 5K, right? So definitely watch. Come cheer for our athletes if you're not. Oh, and if you're coming into town with your athlete, so maybe, Susie's running all the races, at least sign up for the 1 mile, just participate a little bit. And then if you're not going to take part on Sunday, I'm sure Amanda can put you to work in our volunteers, and we will assign you some great task, or at least you could just camp out and cheer real loud.
Yep, we do. We have, 2,000 volunteers that come out and support us. Our volunteer program this year is presented by Diachi Thank You. Say that 10 times fast. But they're amazing. They're out there longer than all of us, right? And it's so much fun to give back. It just, what you put out there, you get back 100 million times in return.
Yeah. So when folks cross the finish line, now again, if you're a survivor, your job is you can cross the finish line first, but then you have to come straight to me. And I have to tell everybody who you are and what you've done. And you will tell me that you are 17 years cancer-free or you are in treatment, whatever it is. But I want to know, and I will find you. Please don't make me chase you. Last year, I was so tired, Amanda. I was like,
wait.
Damn it, she got by. I'm going through the crowd. So please, if you want us for survivors, make sure I see it somewhere and then stop over and give the noisy announcing lady some relief by just coming straight to me so I don't have to hunt you down, although I'm willing to if I have to. So they cross the finish, they get their beautiful medal, they get some accolades, and then they get drinks and snacks. And then what's waiting for them at our Finish Line Festival?
Right. So in our beautiful Latham Plaza and Seawalk Pavilion, you'll sort of enter in and probably the first station that you'll see is with our amazing Fearless Series sponsor for physical therapy, and that's Cora. So you'll have somebody there to stretch you out, give a little massage, get
free.
You totally free.
For it. You just go lie down on their table.
Free. And so that'll be there. Near their station is also where we have our blister and ice. So if you happen to have a little blister or you need a little ice, we'll have it for you there. We also will have Drip Drop. And this is a product that some of you may be aware of, some of you may not be. But if you feel like you're super dehydrated, this is an alternative to like an IV. But it's just this, it's like those little crystal light packets that you used to put in your water. Do you remember that from mom? I mean, they're just little packets. But they will hydrate you like that. So our medical station, our blister and ice area right there, they'll have that for you. And Drip Drop was kind enough to donate all of that product to us this year. So thank them. Yes. And then we have a soup tent. So we'll have lots of different soups for you to choose from, kind of warm your bones after you're done. And then of course that pairs nicely with a White Claw.
Obviously.
So we'll have some Miller Lite and White Claw out there from our friends over at Champion Brands, and of course water and snacks and all sorts of partners and sponsors that have supported the Donna Foundation. We cannot do what we do without everyone that will be there. So thank everyone around you, the volunteers, the people running with you, the people that have tents in Runners Village that are sharing their information with you. Stop by, hear what they have to say, because they are all doing amazing things to support the important work of the Donna Foundation. Well deserving of your time.
Yeah, and it's just a heck of a lot of fun. It's don't plan to leave as soon as you cross the finish line. Stick around. It's such just an enjoyable morning.
It really is. And there'll be plenty of spots in Latham Plaza and Seawalk Pavilion. We'll have to sit around, and so we'll have some chairs. We'll also have lots of green space. I mean, it's a park. So maybe in your checked bag, throw a beach towel.
Oh, nice.
Spread out a beach towel and hang out and watch the finish line and hear all the cheers. And you know what? If you want to go check out the ocean, we're literally right there. Just go over the little thing and you're right there at the beach.
Yeah. And I love all of our athletes, start to finish. And my job is to make sure that first person to come through gets a champion's welcome, feels like they won something big, and they have. Mm-hmm. However, my favorite athlete is quite often the very final finisher. And so plan to stick around because it just gets better and better. And if you're one of those people who thinks like, oh, I'm so slow, I'm embarrassed, man, you're working the hardest because you're out there the longest. Just a pure fact that you're on your feet so long gives everybody mad respect for what you're doing. But man, it's the goosebumps. We love the goosebumps, and they come most aggressively towards the end of the race. So please stick around and support those people. And if you aren't one of those people, we'll just bask in it because we're going to give it to you.
Well, then we do something super special for our final finishers. We have what's called the 26.3 party. So as the day gets late in the day, starting about 1:30, our Galloway programs host with Jeff Galloway and Barb Galloway the 26.3 party. So that team is there to make sure that you have all of the love, all of the cowbell, all of the cheering that everybody else gets, but also all of the amenities. So we make sure that you have a cup of soup and that you have a White Claw and that you have a Miller Lite and that you have all of the same opportunities that everybody else does. Just because you're coming in towards the end of the day does not mean the day has ended.
Well, but you know what? Thank you for doing that, because not every race does. And that's probably the biggest complaint from final finishers is there was no soup or
I
whatever.
didn't have anything. Everybody's gone home. Where did everybody go? I know. I know.
Not at the Donna. Amanda, is there anything we've missed?
Gosh, I think we covered everything. I really do. Because you said, whatever you need to know is on the website, and that is very, very true. If I will say this, if there are any marathoners out there that are anxious because you didn't get in, please join that wait list, because it is my experience that in the days leading up to race weekend, many, many, many people opt to transfer to the half.
Yes.
Whether they just aren't feeling it or, they didn't make it through training as much as, marathon is marathon, right? And, it takes a good bit to get there. So I really do think that we will be working through that wait list. So keep an eye out for that email to come for your spot.
Okay. And then I want to plug this before we go. Our post-race recap is it next Monday or Tuesday?
It is. It's next Monday.
It is next Monday. So after the race, after all the fun and the hoopla, we're going to come back here Monday night and we'll see photos and highlights of probably you and recap all the fun time we had during the weekend. So please join us back here next Monday night at 7. After we've been doped up on Big Whoop.
Doped up on the Big Whoop.
Okay, hold on. What we got here? We got. Oh, well, that's very nice. That's right. Fitz hugs are the best. So everybody, give me my hug. Give me my hugs, or else the llama will take care of you. Thank you, Chris. I owe you some hugs. And then Babs is there with the woot. I love Babs so much. How much? On a scale of 1 to 1,000, how much do you love Babs?
Infinity?
At least.
Yeah, at least.
So there is no
at least.
That's this. We're thrilled to see everybody. Make sure you take lots of pictures at the event. Oh, who's our photographer?
Oh, Sport Photos, our photographer. They've been with us for many, 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 many moons, and you'll be hearing from them. They'll send you your pictures when you're done. Make sure that you smile pretty when you cross the finish line, so that Marathon Photos can send you your pretty faces and photos.
Yeah. Oh, my noisy partner, my noisy BFF, Rudy Novotny. Everybody wishes you were going to be here with us, Rudy. We love you.
Hi, Rudy.
He's the best. All right. So assignments. Everybody get lots of rest this week. Recover, prepare, eat healthy, hydrate already. Start the hydration. Plan out a great wardrobe. Nothing that will chafe, but obviously obnoxiously pink or fun or funny. We will take it all. If you're a survivor, wear that survivor bid. Make sure I know who you are. Make sure you stop before you cross the finish or after you cross the finish line for your whoops and your hoopla. And then go to Destination Marathon so you can engage in all the other stuff. You're going to participate in the expo. You don't even have a choice. You got to do that, right? And then you're going to run your race. But we want you to take part in the workshops and the luncheons and the eat pasta party and so forth. So join in all freaking weekend. There's going to be so much fun, right, Amanda?
That's right. So much fun.
And then put that link, that donation link on your social media and just say, y'all, I'm going to work hard. I'm going to run for a great cause this weekend. Please donate. And I promise you'll raise at least $15 worth of gas for someone to get to chemo.
Which is important. Very important. As a matter of fact, I was looking at this earlier when Chaz mentioned it. We supported 304 families just last year for transportation. That's what they needed. They just needed a way to get to treatment.
Yeah. It's can you imagine if you wanted to go to radiation, but you couldn't get there? So
you couldn't get there.
Yeah. This all actually matters. Okay. I'm kicking you off. Thank you, Amanda, for working tirelessly all year to make this event magical. We appreciate you.
You're welcome. And we'll see you all in a few days.
Yeah. Everybody have a great week, and we'll see you in Jacksonville. Get to work. Bye, team.